We've got huge news in regard to the next Witcher game, with rumors saying that it could be released in 2025, as it is currently the most advanced game in the CDPR pipeline, as it's now just gone into full production in November 2024. According to the Q3 2024 earnings report for CDPR, they announced that they are working on a brand new animation project with Netflix for Cyberpunk, and that The Witcher 4 Project Polaris has entered production phase, as they revealed how many developers are engaged with certain projects. And it actually seems like they have 10 less developers working on Polaris and 2 less developers working on Project Hadar, their new IP, with 4 more developers working on the sequel to Cyberpunk Orion, and the rest working on shared services and other projects, with other projects meaning likely the Molasses Flood multiplayer Witcher game, the Witcher 1 remake, and maybe even some are helping with the animation or other projects going on at CDPR. We even got a statement from the Chief Financial Officer over at CDPR, Piotr Nilubovic, who says, "I'm pleased to announce that several weeks ago it moved on to full-scale production. Of all our projects, this one is currently the most far along, and we're starting the most intensive phase of development. I wish to thank the team, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed for further progress." And not long ago, we had the actor Jake Lampert leaked to play a character known as Branko, and on his actor spotlight profile, it showed that his voice director for the game is Kate Saxon, but it also showed the date of 2025, meaning that he could have been told that the game would be releasing in 2025, so he put it on his profile, which is a very big hint of the game actually going to be releasing in 2025. And now, because it's in the most intensive phase of production, perhaps it may be ready for that release date. We also have game director Sebastian Kalemba saying this on Twitter: "I'm thrilled to announce that Project Polaris has entered the full-scale production phase with new challenges just around the corner. It's the talented and hard-working people who make me believe we can together make the upcoming Witcher saga a remarkable experience. No stopping now, stay tuned for what's on the other side of the coin." And this was the image attached to the tweet, and I wonder if this is an in-game image or is it a real-life one, and I can't really decipher what it means on this coin. There must be a big reveal on the back of it, but I can kind of see in the moon and sun crescent, and there does seem to be some writing on the other coins, which I can't really make out, and plus I think it's in Polish. And also in the center of the coins is some runes. If you know anything about what these coins mean, or if you have any theories, please let me know in the comment section below. Also from the website wccftech.com, their article reads, "The Witcher 4 will be bigger and better than CDPR's previous games, reckons developer. Consoles won't be left behind." As joint CEO Michael Nowakowski claimed that the game will be bigger and better than previous titles made by the Polish studio, because that's simply how they roll in terms of ambition. Again, I will not say it's easy, but I think that we have some cool stuff going on, and hopefully that will have some good showcase of the technology. The only thing I will say is that changing the tech for us does not change the fact that we will always be ambitious, and the next game we will do will not be smaller and it will not be worse. So it will be better, bigger, greater than The Witcher 3. It will be better than Cyberpunk, because for us it's unacceptable to launch that way. We don't want to go back, even if there will be some sweaty moments and maybe even some bad stuff happening. Still, I think that we will try everything we can to make it even more than what we achieved in the past years, so the technology should not be a blocker for us, basically. And this was from, of course, a year ago when it was announced that CDPR would be switching over to Unreal Engine 5 from the Red Engine. But Nowakowski did do a lot of press and interviews, so they know the stakes. They know it has to be bigger and better than Cyberpunk and The Witcher 3, so the standard and the bar is there, and I really hope that they reach it, because they have a ton of Witcher games in development, and The Witcher 4 is going to be a huge indicator of what we're going to be getting with the future of the Witcher franchise too. I also want to remind you that Geralt of Rivia will be returning to The Witcher 4 in some capacity too, with Doug Cockle voicing him, whether that be as a mentor to your character or meeting him through the story. And of course, we wonder if he would be a much older Witcher than he was in The Witcher 3, or maybe it will be just a couple of years after The Witcher 3. We'll actually have to wait and find out. But we also know that Doug Cockle will be playing The Witcher in The Witcher 1 remake, where he's likely going to be redoing his voice for the remake of The Witcher 1, which is also said to be an open world game, as they remake that game from the ground up. So we are going to be getting a Geralt of Rivia game, but also he will be showing up within The Witcher 4. But of course, with the new Link School of Witcher that is going to be introduced in this game, we wonder if we're going to be playing as Ciri, or will we be playing as a brand new character or a custom character. Only time time will tell. We even had a post on Twitter from the narrative director of The Witcher 3, who is also of course working on The Witcher 4, who replies to a fan that says nothing will beat The Witcher 3, especially with the DLCs installed, where Philip Weber, the narrative director, responded, and we're not out to beat it since we're still so proud of what we did then. Our goal is to at least live up to that legacy, and the only way we can is to stay true to what makes The Witcher what it is, and to simply create the best game possible. Also speaking to Eurogamer, CEO Michael Nowakowski said that he didn't really plan for the Cyberpunk marketing campaign to last 2 years, but because of delays and problems with the game, it ended up lasting 2 years. However, they learned a lot from that experience, and they would want the marketing campaign for The Witcher 4 to last around a year before the game's release, rather than 2 years with Cyberpunk. Having said that, he added, "I want to stress it doesn't mean we would not tease or drop some cool assets before a full reveal, because the marketing campaign slightly earlier before the launch of the game, that's different than the actual, say, mass attack. Mass attack is when you announce the date, you start collecting the pre-orders, and it really is that race from that point, that moment, to the moment you launch the game." For example, he continued, "If I ask you, what do you know about The Witcher 4? The answer is not much, probably yes. There's theories and so on, but there's nothing really specific. So we want to drop the crumbs here and there so that people and the media as well can, pick up on it and try to figure out what it is we're trying to say this time. So that is something we can start doing a little bit earlier. That would involve aspects such as having some video assets or something to whet the appetite of the fans, not even to create the hype so much," he said, "as to simply get the early conversations flowing." And we just got that coin reveal on November 26, 2024 from game director Sebastian Kalemba, which means the marketing campaign for The Witcher 4 has likely already just begun with this image, which isn't again creating so much hype, but is whetting the appetite, starting the conversations of what does this coin mean, when will we be getting the next image, as Sebastian teased that there is something to this coin and the other side of it will reveal something quite big. But in this Eurogamer article, they also talked about platforms too. The article reads, "Another note on platforms too, another thing the studio took from the mistakes of Cyberpunk 2077 was what Nowakowski described as the focus on the target platform during marketing from the off. I think what put us into a lot of trouble is how late we started with PS4 and the Xbox One back in the day, and we don't ever want to be in that same spot again. But I think it will be much easier for them this time around, since they only really have to worry about the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series, and of course PC, whilst also likely getting the PS5 Pro enhancements ready for day one, and maybe even working on the next generation remasters or patch updates, which they still will have a lot of time for, especially if the game releases next year, as the next generation Xbox is rumored to be released in 2026, with the PlayStation 6 being rumored to be released in 2028. We also have so many other Witcher 4 updates and the other Witcher games and Cyberpunk Orion updates, all on this channel, which I'll leave in the description and pin comment section below. I also have a brand new channel for superhero game updates, where we've recently talking about the upcoming Superman game, which is likely being developed by WB Montreal, as there is so much evidence pointing to a DC Comics game, which I break down in that video. So I'll also leave that in the description and comment section below. So go subscribe to Balboa Mania Infinity and please help us get to 1,000 subscribers over there. Please like and share this video and share it with your Witcher friend. And guys, I want to say a huge thank you to all of your support and for allowing me to create a second channel and for supporting this one so much. Thank you so much. I hope to see you on my next videos and take care.
Choose to live or choose to dip, you choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign.